A year ago, I was set on building my career in the UK, believing that it offered a higher standard of living. However, with ongoing NHS strikes, rising inflation, and citizens leaving their own country, has it changed my mind and should it change yours? So, welcome. My name is Kadar. I'm a final year medical student studying in Turkey, and I was aspiring to become a doctor in London. Because I had this amazing experience during my clinical attachment in London back in August, my thoughts will be mostly based on London. Because if I were to choose the UK, I would prefer London over any small English city for three reasons. First of all, London's diversity and variety, it has all the opportunities, whether you're looking for growing a business, doing a startup or something, or just for the endless options for different cuisines, different events. For their diversity, there are people basically from all over the world. A great opportunity to interact with people from different backgrounds. I love that. Getting to know different cultures, and if you're also into learning new languages, it's just great. For the third reason, it has a great public transport and it has a very balanced urban life. Of course, it gets busy during rush hour, in the tube or in central London especially. But I was so shocked to see there are a lot of massive parks, really big parks all around London. And it's really walking distance from even central London or different parts of London. So it's definitely a pro. But London and UK have their drawbacks as well. So first of all, it's really expensive in London, and it's just like higher cost of living for almost anything, groceries, just dining out, rent, like anything that you can think of. Secondly, the climate, bad weather. When I go to London for the first time, it was August, and I didn't bring any long sleeves properly. Like I didn't bring any coats and everything, and I was shocked. Like the first thing that I bought in London was a jumper. Can you imagine that? Speaking of which, how expensive is London? I have to tell you, it's not just London, but UK has gotten very expensive too. Electricity and gas bills, groceries, high volume of taxes. One of the biggest complaints that, citizens and people who are living in the UK is the salaries have not really increased as much as cost of living, and also taxes being really high. I've come across to this website Statista. I read that between November 2021 and December 2023, inflation was higher than wage growth in the UK. UK and London has very expensive property rates as well. But having all said that, I think like this is the most important part. So like, how are we gonna decide? I know the feeling. I'm just like you. Yeah, there's this cons and rumors and facts going on about UK, and there's almost like a trend right now, judging by what I see on YouTube and on the internet. People started leaving UK, there are bazillions of people making videos on I'm leaving UK, why am I leaving UK? So it makes us so confused, because what am I supposed to do? People are living there, are not happy with this situation. I am not happy with the situation where I live right now. So is it a terrible idea to just go to a country where you're not going to be happy at the end? It's just like a big decision, and it's really stressful. I feel you. I really thought about this, and I think there is this feeling that moving to a first world country will solve all of your problems. It's really easy and common to idealize life in a first world country, especially when you are having your own problems in your country, in where you live. Grass is always greener on the other side, and you feel like it's all moonlight and roses. But you have to consider your country, your family, and your friend has the sense of belonging. Your language has the sense of belonging. I think all of these things, pros and cons, it all comes down to one thing. And it's how kind of a person you are. Yeah, that's it. Because the right decision depends on individual priorities, the mindset, and what kind of a life you are expecting, what kind of a life you want to live. If you are a kind of person who is seeking for a challenge, who is willing to have a taste of how is it like to be living in a foreign country, if you believe that is your way, that is your path, and that is the thing that you feel like is the right thing to do, it might be it. Keep in mind, this sometimes cannot be decided by overthinking and over calculating everything and writing all the pros and cons and becoming crazy of just try to find a solution. Sometimes best thing is just to go with the flow and just weigh your decisions, or weigh your feelings throughout your way. Because sometimes it's just a feeling that has been there for so long. It's almost like an itch that you are driving crazy to scratch it. You have that feeling inside you, and you start caring for what other people think about the thing that you want to do in your life. So stop caring for what other people think. Everyone is just so busy about their life, and this is your journey. And see your unfair advantages, see your weaknesses, and most importantly, enjoy the process. Do the things you love and love the things you do. So wrapping it all up by thinking on this final question: if I still want to move to London to work as a doctor, well, my answer is still a yes. I still want to move to London and experience my life working as a doctor, working and living as a doctor in London in my 20s. I still want that. However, I am more cautious with how I approach to that goal right now. I used to be okay, this is my goal, and it's my only option in a way, because I set this goal. So, and I worked for it for some time. So it's gonna be a wrong decision if I give up on it. Sometimes it is the right thing to do, because you have to be powerful to say, no, I'm changing my mind. That doesn't mean that you are now failure. Yeah. I am more flexible right now. I try to go with the flow and see what life brings me, and see how my thoughts, how my feelings are gonna change on the road. I know some of you might think, so are you gonna start working for the OET? I've been studying for OET for some time. Currently, I pause for a time because I have other things going on right now. I have other projects and things that I want to accomplish in the short run. So it's just a little pause. I will get back to it soon. Yeah, hope that was helpful for you. And if you found this video, maybe. And so that's it, and the end. And if you found this video, you know the rest.